Well, good morning, aspirants. Yesterday, you all went through the UPSC prelims examination. The GS paper was considered to be tough, whereas CSET also contained some problems which posed difficulty to the students. So here I brought you some problems of CSET, of maths and reasoning, which make you learn how can we fulfill the demand of UPSC through these questions. So here we have to understand the solution, and as per the solution also going to make you aware about the demand of the UPSC. And I've solved some problems, some random problems of prelims CSAT yesterday's problem study question. So now we look through the solution and find what are the demands of the UPSC that must be fulfilled through the solution of these problems. So though one thing is very important, that we do not have to be expert of maths or reasoning to solve such problems. Simply, we have to apply our basic concepts which we learned in class 10 and class 12. So, applying that particular concepts of junior classes of us, we can easily solve these problems, though we have to be attentive while solving, because some basic concepts would take their form to minimize the difficulty of the problem, difficulty of the question. So, we must go through the solution first of all. The first solution, the first question here is, you can see question number 80. It is for set D I am solving, okay? This is for set D. So you can match your question accordingly of the different sets. The speed of a train is T is 100 kilometer per hour, and the speed of a person P is 4 kilometer per hour. And here the speed of train T is given, it's 100 kilometer per hour, whereas the speed of that particular person, it is given 4 kilometer per hour. So now, in the first case, they both are traveling in the same direction. So we know in the same directions, we have to subtract the speeds of velocity. So simply after subtracting, we get 100 minus 4, that is 96 kilometer per hour. So now we have to consider all the questions all the time in seconds. So we convert this kilometer per hour in meter per second by multiplying the speed by 5 by 18. So after multiplication, we got this 80 by 3 meter per second in the first case. So now we have to find the length of the train at a distance. If this is man, we consider it stopped by making state 0, making speed 0 and considering the speed of train 96. Now that particular train has to cross this man. So train has to travel its own distance or own its length. So the length of the train is speed into time. This 50 second is given here, okay? So now we'll get 400 meters. So we got the length of the train. In the case 2, the train speed is 100 kilometer and the speed of the person is 4 kilometer per hour, but they are not moving in opposite directions. So in opposite directions, we have to add the speed of to get the relative speed. Now here, again, I'll converted this 104 into meter per second by multiplying it by 5 by 18. So now I got this final speed. Now again, we have to find a time in this case. So for time, we know formula is distance by speed. So distance we got the length of the train, that is length of the train we got is 400, and whereas speed we got, this is the speed I placed here only. This is what the time is. Your time is, no, you can say your time here is distance by speed. So distance is the length of the train, and in the case of opposite direction, it is the speed is this. So by dividing all this, we'll got 180 by 13 by simply solving. So 180 13 will get 13.85 as I did here in the case. I got this 18.5 approximately. So this is third one is your correct answer. This is your correct answer. So it's a simple problem in which we have to use the concept of addition of speeds in opposite direction, whereas subtraction of speeds in the same direction. The next problem is question number 79. We have to find the value of m. This expression is given to us and we have to find the value of m. How can we find? It's simple, the proposition of composition. comparison. We have to do comparison here. So the given numbers on the RHS is this. We have to convert this RHS things such that we can easily compare it with the given things. Now this is 75's power 25, it's 25's power 32 and 32's power raised to power 75. So I can write this 75 as 25 into 3, whereas 32 can written as 2 to the power 5. So I wrote it to the power here. So similarly, what I did using the laws of exponents, simply I just bifurcated the power 25's power 25 and this 3's power 25 as well. This is 25 power 32 here. Okay. Now 2's power this 2 I multiply, I got 375. Again in the below level I tried to collect the things together. We just simply put this 3 to the power 25 separately here. Now we have to deal with this 25 and 2's powers. So I can write again 25 as 5 to the power 2 into 57. So now this becomes 57 into 2 becomes 114, whereas 375 written as 375. Again, this is what the thing I have to make 1000 here. In between there is 1000, so I take 5 to the power 3 from it. That is what 125, and 2 to the power 3 is 8. So 125 into 8 gives us 1000. So this gives us 1000 simply. So I got this 1000 here. Okay. Now I took this 325 here and all the numbers left here already. Okay. Because 375 minus 3 gives us 372. So now this is what. Again, what I did simply, I took because we know if one 10 ka power anything, if consider 3, we have to make 2 ka power 3. That is a power of 2 and 5 both must be same in this case, 3 3. Similarly 4 4 whatever. So I got the power of 5 as 1 1. After subtracting 1 or 3 from 114, this 1 1. I have to make this thing here as well. So I made it 2 the power 1 1. I rest things after subtracting 1 1 from 372. I kept it here 261 to the power 2. Okay. So now I took this explosive exponent 10 to the power 111. Rest things are there. So this cannot be a multiple of 10. So now, therefore, it can be considered n as per the question. This is 1000 and there. This is 10 power m. So comparing this two, we get the m's value is 111. So B is your correct solution. The next problem is a pattern formed by two characters A and B is repeated more than once in the following string. So I have written the string here: cross B, cross A, double cross A, cross A, cross B, A, B. Okay. The first trick which we have to play here is we have to count the characters first of all. We have counted it. We found it 15. So 15 can be divided in 5, 5, and 5 groups. Okay. So I did the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5. This is 5. So now compare the positions. Now if we compare it from right to left, in the place of X, we must have B as compared from here. And again at the 8th position, there must be B as B is here. So I written B here. Okay. Again comparing from this position. So in the place of this cross, there must be B. So I have written B here. And A is already there. So in the place of X, I can write A here. Similarly, I fulfill demands of all crosses, all characters, and I found what is the question that what is the double X or double cross in the 7th, 8th position from left to from left to right. So from left to right, when you go from left, that is what double X is. 7th to 8th position is BB. So BB is here. It's quite simple. Now come to the question number 40. Again here, question is given if x and y are two digits and the numbers 4x, 5y, 790 is divisible by 11, then what is the remainder if x plus y is divided by 11? So we have to find this. The basic concept which we have to apply here is very simple. So now remainder is living 1, 3, 5, and 7. That means the particular number, the sum of x plus y must be more than 11. Therefore, when divide as considering that if you divide 12 by 11, we surely get 1 as remainder. If it is 13 or it is 25, then we divide 11 to the 20 left to 3 like this. This number x plus y must be more than 11. This must be confirmed from seeing this options of remainder. Okay. Now come to the solution. We know divisibility rule of 11. We have to add alternate digits from left to right, and we have to subtract. And if you get the multiple of 11 or 0, that particular given number must be divided by 11. The same thing I repeated here. I took this alternate number 0, 7, 5, and 4, got their sum as 16. Again, I took the alternate numbers starting from 9, y, and x. I got their sum as like this. Okay. Now we have to find a difference of 1 and 2. Equation 1 and 2. 1 and 2 must be multiple of 11, where n belongs to integer 0, 1, 2, 3. We can place any value of n starting from 0, 1, 2, and 3, and so on and so forth. What about 2 minus 1? Again, it could be there as well. Larger minus smaller, we get multiple of 11. Again, I can put the value of n as 0, 1, 2, and 3. We got this. Now, we have to find the value of x plus y. And the difference of these two, this x plus y plus 9 and 16, must be multiple 11. So I wrote it here. X plus y plus 9 minus this 16 must gives us multiple of 11, or it could be 0 as well. Let us consider that n equals to 1. So when I placed n equals to 1 here, what I get x plus y. X plus y equals to 11. 11 1 ja 11 we get. This minus 16 become plus 16, and this plus 9 become minus, we get 18 only. So when divide 18, this is x plus 1. So when divide 18, we'll get 7 as remainder. Considering n as 2, simply placing the values here, I got this value 29. When 29 is divided by 11, again 7 is remainder. Simply we can do it for n equals to 3. And while doing the calculation, we get 40. And we divide 40 with 11, we again get 7. So each and every case, we are getting remainder as 7. So 7 must be your answer, as I ticked here. Okay, this 7 must be your answer. It's quite easy. X plus y must be 7. So what is the remainder here? Remainder must be 7. That is x plus y must be greater than 11. Remainder must be 7. Whereas in the question number 38, a ratio of male and female workers in two companies A and B is 13 is to 10 and 7 is to 5 respectively. If both the companies have the same numbers of female workers, then what is the ratio of the total numbers of workers in A to those in B? So now I have mentioned the ratio here. First of all, of company A is 13 is to 10, whereas in the case of company B, the ratio of male to female is 7 is to 5. Okay, so as it is mentioned there, the number of females must be same. I try to make it 10 as well. Try to make it 10. I multiplied both by 2 as I did here. I got this. Now this is a number of females. I found what same now. The total numbers in women is 23. Total numbers here. Total workers. TW means total workers is 13 plus 10. We'll get 23. Whereas in this case, total workers is 14 plus 10 is 24. Simply you have to find TA is to TV. So I place the value, we get 23 is to 24. That is what the answer is. Now question number 39. So if the product of SCF and LCM of two distinct number is cube of one of the numbers, then which of the following statement is are correct? The first statement tells what the difference of numbers is an even number, and the second tells us one of the numbers is perfect square. Now let's solve it. The case of 39, I consider HCF as X, whereas LCM must be Y. Okay. According to that, if we multiply this, we have to find the product, distinct product. We have to find the product. It mentioned in the question, it is product. So I found the product here. So product is cube of one of the numbers. It could be x cube or it could be y cube as well. Okay. From here, we get y equals to x cube by this. We got x is y equals to x square. Here again, x, if you take y, transport it toward the LHS, divided y cube divided by y, you get y square. So in this case, we get y square here. So now this become y. This is the value of y. So okay, this is the value of x here. So now this is the value. Now one thing is very clear that one of the number is surely a perfect square. One of the number is a perfect square. So one of the number is perfect square is correct because it's showing here. Okay, x is y equal to x square means what? Obviously y is a perfect square. I gave an example as well here, so you can see that. Let's y equal to 4 and x equals to SCF is 4 and LCM is 16 of any two numbers. This is LCM, this is LCM. When if product it, I got 64 and 64 is the cube of 4. This is correct according to the question. So similarly, this is what I did here as well. Consider x equal 3 and y equal 9. Here you can say every time I have to consider y as a perfect square. Here this y is 16, the perfect square, and y is 9 as a perfect square. Similarly, I did the calculation. LCM is 9, HCF is 3. Again, I multiply, got 27, and 27 is the cube of 3. So now it's very clear that the difference of the number, when you find difference here. We're finding the difference of the given numbers. Okay, what is given? Different numbers we have to find. So now, the numbers we consider here are different is 12. This 16 minus 4 we get 12. Again is 9 minus 3 is 6. Okay, every time whenever I considering the numbers, the difference coming even, difference coming NCF also. These are numbers. Okay, these are not x, but these are numbers. Okay, don't be confused, these are numbers. When you subtract, we get always the evens square, that is even numbers. So both are correct according to me. So both 1 and 2 is correct in the question number 39. What about 37? It's given very easy question. In a sequence of numbers, each numbers other than the first two is the sum of the two immediately preceding numbers from it. If the first two numbers in the sequence are 4 and 7, and the sixth number is, what is the sixth number to find? Okay, so now 4 and 7 is given the first and the second number sequence. Okay, now again we 8 2 will get this 4 plus 7 we get 11. Again this 7 plus 11 we get 18. Again 11 and 18 we get 28. 11 8 29. This is 29. Okay, this is 29. This is 29. Okay, and after 20 18 plus 29 again you'll get 47. So this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Sixth to last, so 47 is your answer. It's quite easy. What about 29? Now 29 we have to find. So how many times does 5 appears in all 2 digits positive numbers? So here we have to take consideration that 2 digits for positive numbers. So what will the answer? Okay, so considering from 1 to 100, I read all the number, all the times 5 comes. That is 5. In 15 also we appear, 5 is appeared, and 25 5 is appeared, and 35 and 45 also, and 50 and 51 to 59 they appeared, 5 appeared 10 times here, as well as in 65 5 appears, 25 5 appears, 85 and up to 95 5 appears, 100 is region, so we do not go beyond that. So now again we have to deal with 2 digit numbers only. So we have to remove this. Okay, after remove this, what we get? We simply get the solution of it. Okay, remove this 5 because we have to deal with what? 2 digit number only. So now how many numbers are there? Starting from this, total number was I think 20, but we have to subtract 1, that is 5, we get 19. So 19 would be the solution of ours. Okay, this 19 is the solution. Understood? We have to deal with fives. How the 5 appear all 2 digit numbers, because 5 is not a 2 digit number. 2 digit number start from 10 to 99. In between we get 15, 25, 35, 45, 50, 51 to 59, and 55 is there as well. 65, 75, 85, and 95. So we count all this from 5 to 95, it's 20, but we cannot take 5 as a value, so we have to subtract it. That particular number will get 19. So 19 is your answer. Okay. This 28 is a very bacha question, very easy question. So now as I mentioned that every red is blue, so red can be drawn inside blue, and blue can be drawn inside green, as it is said that every blue is green, and again every green is yellow, so green is drawn within this yellow. So here we can say every blue comes under yellow, so every blue is yellow. This is correct acceptment. Whereas every red is green, this is red. Red again comes under the green circle, so every red is green is correct. Whereas every red is yellow. Again, red comes under this yellow, comes within this yellow boundary. So red is, every red is also yellow. So now PQR is correct for this. Okay, it's quite easy. Now the digit in the unit place of the number, what is the digit? So first of all, we know cyclicity of 6 is 4. After every 4, like 6 is square, 6, 6 is square, 6 3, and 6 4, the value is repeated. That is cyclicity is simple. 6 6 6 6. Every time we get 6. They no need to 4 and 3 and all. We know that every time when we multiplies, we take the powers of 6, we always get 6 as unit digit. So in the case of this, surely we are going to get 6 as unit digit. What about 7307? Now cyclicity of 7 749 343, and this is 7301, that is 1. So now again we multiple get the 7. So cyclicity of this 7, 7, 2, 7, 3 and 7, 4. At after every 4 cycle, value repeats in the case of 7. So now we divide 0, 7 by 4. We get remainder as 3. Okay. Here we get 6. Here we get 3. So 6 3 is a 18. So 8 is your unit digit. Quite simple. Okay. Now come to the question number 23. It is said that a person saves 10% of his salary every month. If his salary increases by 12% and the expenditure increases by 10%, then what will be the change in his saving per month? It's quite easy problem. You can see here. Let us consider that salary be 100 rupees earlier. Now saving was 10 because you given 10% and 90% was expenditure. Okay, I have written 90. Now this salary increased by 12%, so it become 112. In this case, his expenditure increased by 10%. So this 90 increased by 9. So 90 plus 9 gives us 99. So 112 minus 99 is 13 is nothing but the saving in the case of increased salary. So now this is 10, this is 13. We'll take the difference of this two. 13 minus 10 gives us 3. So this is 3 by 10. We'll calculate 30%. That is 30% increase. Quite easy. What about the question number 15? It's a reasoning question. Okay, this is reasoning. This is a question of reasoning. So 7 persons A, B, C, D, E, and F, G travels by 3 cars X, Y, and G, and another 2 of them travels by X. Only E travels with G. C travels by Z, but B does not travel by Y. Besides, A and B do not travel by the same car. Then which of the following are correct? No one travel alone. Only D travels with F. Only C travels by B. Travels with D. This is the question. So I have drawn a funny diagrams here. These are 3 cars X, Y, and Z. Okay. It is quite mentioned that A and other 2 of them travels by X. So A is sure. This A is sure. We don't know about D and F. So this 3 comes together. Okay. Now when A is there, A's place is fixed in car X. So we cross this A. Okay. So again, what is the question here? E and G travels together, and B does not with travels with this Y. Travel in the car Y. And again, A B cannot travel by together. The A and B cannot travel together. So A if B cannot be come here in this any of the positions. B cannot become. B cannot come here. Anyhow B cannot come in these positions with A. So now E and G comes together. Okay. It is mentioned the E and G comes together. And C travel by Z. So C is also fixed. So C also get cancelled from here. C is travel. And but B does not travel by Y. So B cannot come here. B cannot come here. B cannot come here. Only one place left for B is here only. C and B comes together. Okay. So now besides A and B do not travel with the bus as well given. So now E and G left. So E, G must be come together. So we cannot, only 3 places are there. So here we'll write this E and G for this car because B cannot come here. C and B already here. Now let me D and F. We can fulfill the this blank by D and F. We can fill that. So this is what is the statement now? No one travel alone. Absolutely. There's 2 person there, 2 person there, 3 person, no one traveling alone. So this is correct. And D travels with F. No. D travels with only D travel with them. No, only A and D both travel with F. So this is wrong. What about only C travel with B? Obviously C travel with B is correct. So 1 and 3 are correct. So this is your correct answer. That's quite easy. This is also the question. And question number 10, suppose X, Y, and Z are variables taking positive real numbers as their possible values. It is given that Y is directly proportional to X square and X is inversely proportional to Z. For Z equals to 7 by 25, the value of X and Y are 5 and 50 respectively. If Y is 98, what is the Z equal to? So now it is given that Y is directly proportional to X square in junior classes, or we have studied in class 12. What is the meaning of directly proportion? If the value of Y increases, the value of X also increases. That is what the meaning of directly proportion. Inversely proportional here given that X is proportional to 1 by Z. It also given. So now it is given when Z, now here when we remove this proportionality sign, we have to mention some constant of proportionality here as well. Here again, when you remove this proportionality sign, we have to mention some what proportionally constant. So now here we can get k1 is remains constant, so k1 is y by x square, from where k2 is x into z. We'll get this. Now again we are going to place the values for z. So z is given here, and x and y are also given. So for x is given 5, z is given 725 according to the question. I get the value of k2, that is constant here, proportionality constant. So k2 is known to us now. Again, by placing the value of y and x as given, y equal to 15, x equal to 5c square, so we'll get a k1 is too simple. Now come to y equal to 90 as given. We know y equal to k1 x square. This is proportionality constant. So now we have to find. So from where we get x square's value by interchanging all these things, we get 98 by 2 will get 41, 49. X square is 49 means x equal to 7. Again, we know z equal to k2 by x. The k2's values we know is 5 by 7. 7 by 5, 7 by 5. So I have written 7 by 5 here. Divide by x value. X value is given what? It's 7 by 5. And x value got 7 from here. Okay. This 7 7 getting cancelled. 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is correct answer. It's quite easy. What about this 9? Okay. So you have to understand about this 9 as well. So now what about this 9? Okay. So 9 is here. We have to understand this. Yes, wait. 9 is there. Okay. So now we do, due to some technical issues, we do this question number 9. Later, the next video, till question number 10, randomly we solved all, we understood all. The next in 9 will do the same. Okay. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Happy learning.